basically I'm in charge of the research that's being done in Australia and Maui, and then in addition we also have Dr. Cristina Castro that is in charge of doing the research, very similar to here in Ecuador. So here on Maui, basically we do dolphin research all year round from January to December, and also we study the humpback whales between December and the end of April when they're here and before they go back to Alaska. For both of those species we run transect surveys, just so ocean protector living, to run some transects with basically straight lines. And then whenever we see whales or dolphins, we'll take a position, and then we go back in the lab, enter the data, do the analysis, and try to determine the distribution, how many there might be, when they're calving, and answer all different questions. And then in Australia, we go there, part of the team heads down to Australia every year for the whale season, which is opposite to here. So during our summer, the whales in the winter in Australia come back from Antarctica. So we head down there usually in July and we come back here in November. We have several sites on the East Coast. And then over there we just spend as many days as we can on the water, and again do the same thing as we do here. Collect data on the location and take a lot of photos of the flukes. That's how we identify them, and then we go back in the lab and try to match and identify the individuals. And then with that data, that's how we answer questions about how often female calves will have a calving intervals, movement, site fidelity, and so forth. And here as well, when we have dolphins, we do a similar thing where we look at the dorsal fins of the dolphins, and that's how we identify. You might have seen Helen trying to use one of the software discovery, trying to identify the dorsals, and then if we have a match, then that's how we use the data as well. I enjoy what I'm doing because I work from an NGO. I really enjoy not just being a researcher, which is obviously what I'm passionate about, but I get to work with the education department, with the conservation department, and also be able to talk to the public, sharing our findings, doing talks, speaking to the public, and kind of sharing our passion, and working with the naturalists on the boat as well. I really like this sort of a connection in between all the departments, rather than just do pure research and publish in a scientific journal, where it's great, but how many people are actually going to read your scientific journal? I like to share what we have with the public, and Pulaski Foundation allows us to do that. And also I'm really grateful that we have a lot of supporters that allow myself and my team to do what we do, and so I'm very grateful to that. So.